Good morning to all. Myself M. Radharani, Associate Professor in EC Department, Swarnandhra College of Engineering and Technology, Narsapuram, Andhra Pradesh. In this video, we learn about comparator. Comparator using op-amp, operational amplifier. So first of all, what is meant by comparator? What is the purpose of comparator? What is the function and operation of comparator? What are the advantages and where it can be used? What are the real-time applications of comparator? Now coming to comparator. Comparator using operational amplifier. So what is the purpose of comparator? So generally in many times electrical circuits and electronic circuits, there must be a comparison of two voltage levels. In that purpose, the comparison of two voltage levels, we must use comparator. Generally, suppose we are checking room temperature with the help of temperature sensor. Suppose we consider temperature in terms of voltage levels. That room temperature can be compared with the reference voltage. Suppose the temperature it can be exceeds the some voltage, threshold voltage, automatically we consider some action. So in that case we are using comparators. So generally comparators are comparators having many applications. In real-time applications we are using voltage to analog voltage to digital converters. That means analog signals to digital converters, window detectors, like that. So many applications are there. Coming to definition of comparator. Comparator, generally the comparison is possible with two values or two variables. So here also comparator it can be compared input signal with some reference voltage. Suppose at the input signal with reference voltage it gives the output. The input signal voltage higher than the reference voltage depends upon the input applied to the terminal of the comparator. It gives the output whether it is either positive or negative voltage. So that it can be decided the two saturation levels, that is high positive saturation voltage or negative saturation voltage. Thus depends upon the analog input signal, the output comes to the positive saturation level or negative saturation level. Thus the comparator converts analog signal into digital signal. So that comes analog high and low voltage values. Coming to comparator, generally comparator it is one of the application of operational amplifier. So first of all, what is meant by operational amplifier in the sense that the operational amplifier it can be amplified both AC signals and as well as DC signals. Not only amplified AC and DC signals, it can be performed some mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, integration, differentiation. That's why the operational amplifier, it is name signifies operational amplifier. That means it can be perform two types of operations. One is AC signal is converted into DC signal. At the same time, it can perform mathematical operations. So generally the block representation of operational amplifier, it consists of four stages. The first stage is input stage. So generally input stage it consists of two input terminals and two output terminals. One input terminal is called as inverting input terminal. Another input terminal is called as non-inverting input terminal. So at the inverting, what is the difference between two input terminals? One is inverting input terminal, another one is non-inverting input terminal. Suppose that the input is applied at the inverting input terminal, the output it gives the inversion of the input. That means it can be provides 180 degrees phase shift. Whether the input is applied at the non-inverting terminal of the operational amplifier, the output is just 0 degrees phase shift. That means we are giving positive voltage at the non-inverting terminal, the output also in terms of positive voltage. We are giving negative voltage at the non-inverting terminal, the output also in terms of negative voltage. There is no phase shift between non-inverting terminal and output. But there is a 180 degrees phase shift between inverting terminal and output. So inverting output, inversion of the input is called as output, is known as inverting op-amp. Non-inverting op-amp in the sense output is non-inversion of the input. At the both the references we are using inverting input, it will be provides 180 degrees phase shift. Non-inverting input, it will be provides 0 degrees phase shift. Coming to output, output is generally called as dual input balanced output differential amplifier. So at the input stage generally we are considered as the dual input balanced output differential amplifier. It must be consist of two inputs, at the same time output also balanced output. We know the differential amplifier in the sense it can amplifies the difference of two input signals. The two input signals are, one is inverting input signal, another one is the non-inverting input. The difference of these two can be amplified, is nothing but differential amplifier. Coming to intermediate stage it consists of dual input and unbalanced output differential amplifier. As well as input stage it consists of two inputs. Similarly, intermediate stage also it consists of two inputs, but output is single output. Whether we consider a differential amplifier, collector of the common configuration of one differential amplifier, another collector. Intermediate stage it consists of two input signals but we consider as only single output. So that's why dual input, unbalanced output, differential amplifier. Coming to level translator, generally when using the block representation of level translator, the internal circuit is emitted follower. So if there is any variations in the output stages, that can be normalized with the help of level translator. So the output stage generally we are using complementary symmetry push-pull amplifier. It gives the accurate output. So this is total block representation of operational amplifier. It consists of 4 stages. So this block representation of operational amplifier simply we can represent in symbol. That symbol is operational amplifier symbol. Operational amplifier symbol, it consists of 2 inputs and 1 output. At the same time the 2 voltages, biasing voltages plus VDD and minus VDD. So this operational amplifier, one of the application of this operational amplifier is comparator. And the comparator, this is the schematic representation of comparator. At the comparator, it consists of two terminals, 2 input signals, okay, 1 output, 2 biasing voltages. One biasing voltage is positive biasing voltage, another biasing voltage is negative biasing voltage. Generally we know that comparison is possible between two voltages. So the 2 voltages, one voltage is applied at the inverting terminal or non-inverting terminal, with the other is we are considered as the reference voltage. Suppose and consider the input voltage is at non-inverting terminal, we are considering as the reference voltage at inverting terminal. Okay, or else the input is considered as the non-inverting terminal, then the reference is considered as the inverting terminal of the op-amp. So here the possibility of comparison is the input is comparison with the reference voltage. So 2 possibilities are there. Input is either greater than reference voltage or input is either less than reference voltage. Okay, so then the possibility of comparison either greater than reference voltage or less than reference voltage depends upon that the output comes at the saturation levels. Generally comparator, the output is always considered in saturation voltages because the comparator is operated in open loop configuration. So at the open loop configuration, the output of comparator always maintains saturation, positive saturation voltage or negative saturation voltage. That will be the saturation voltage is whether it is positive or negative depends upon the type of signal applied at the terminal of the, input signal applied at the terminal of the op-amp. Suppose the input signal is applied at the inverting terminal of the op-amp, then the output is depends upon reference voltage. So that is the input is less than reference voltage, the output is it gives the saturation voltages. Okay, so that means positive saturation voltage or negative saturation voltage, that will be decides the comparison of input signal and known reference voltage. Next comes to types of comparators. Comparators can be classified as two types. Classification depends upon the inverting terminal. Input signal is given to the type of terminal. So the possibility of input signal is applied at inverting terminal or non-inverting terminal. Suppose the input signal is applied at inverting terminal, then the type of comparator is inverting comparator. The input signal is applied at non-inverting terminal, then the type of comparator is non-inverting comparator. So the classification of comparator, types of comparator can be classified as two types, inverting comparator and non-inverting comparator. This classification depends upon the comparator input terminals. Whether the input is given to inverting comparator of the op-amp, then the type of comparator is called as inverting comparator. Whether the input is given to non-inverting terminal of the op-amp, then the type of comparator is called as non-inverting comparator. So coming to inverting comparator. Already I told in previous slide, the input is given to inverting terminal of the op-amp. Another non-inverting terminal is given to reference voltage. Now the comparison is possible between input voltage and reference voltage. Generally, two possibilities are there. One possibility is VI which is less than V reference and VI which is greater than V reference. The possibility of comparison is the input signal whether it will be lesser than reference voltage or input signal is higher than reference voltage. So similarly, non-inverting comparator, how it can be defined? Non-inverting comparator in the sense, input is given to non-inverting terminal of the op-amp, then the type of comparator is non-inverting comparator. The input signal is given to non-inverting terminal, automatically the reference voltage is given to inverting terminal of the op-amp. Depends upon that, it gives the output. Suppose it is greater than V reference, so the input signal is given to negative terminal of the op-amp. So V reference voltage is high, so then automatically V0 it comes under minus Vsat. Similarly, for the next case, VI is greater than V reference. That means the input voltage is higher than the reference voltage. That input voltage is given to inverting terminal of the op-amp. Then the output comes at the minus Vsat. So here VI which is less than V reference, the input voltage is less than reference voltage. The reference voltage is high, that will be given to positive non-inverting signal. So then automatically the output comes to plus Vsat. Thus, suppose we are considered as the sine wave. Sine wave depends upon the reference voltages. Below reference voltage it comes to plus Vsat and above reference voltage it comes to minus Vsat. Thus the sine wave is converted into square wave. The comparator, the main function is the sine wave is converted into square wave. That means alternatively you can say AC signal is converted into DC signal. It comes to plus Vsat, positive level or negative level, high voltage or negative voltage. Thus AC signal is converted into DC signal. So next, applications of op-amp. One of the most important application of op-amp is zero crossing detector. At the zero crossing detector, once the voltage is just crossing the 0 volts, automatically the comparator detects the signal and it gives the corresponding output. For example, here also the comparison is possible between reference voltage and input signal. So this will be the input signal is given to non-inverting terminal. 0 volts, two possibilities are there. Whether VI input voltage is greater than 0 volts, that the VI is more higher than 0, that VI is applied to positive terminal of the op-amp, then output V0 equal to plus Vsat, saturation voltage. Similarly, VI which is less than 0 volts, the input voltage is less than 0 volts, so that 0 is given to inverting terminal of the op amp, then output comes to minus saturation voltages, negative saturation levels. Thus, the sine wave just crossing the 0 volts, the outputs are changes from high to low. Thus, the sine wave converted into square wave. At the same time, it can be detects the 0 volts of the signal. That's why the name called as zero crossing detector. So, this is the one of the application of comparator. I discussed about analog comparator. Now coming to digital comparator. So digital comparator, it can be designed with ICs, digital ICs. The IC number is 7485. 7485 IC 741 op amp used as a digital comparator. So we know that comparator is possible for, comparator is nothing but comparison of voltages or signals or numbers of digital signals. So with the digital comparator, it can be used to comparison of zeros and ones. Suppose that the comparison is possible between either two variables or three variables like that. And the possibility of comparison between two variables, either A and B, it is not possible for single variable. There must be possibility of comparison between two variables A and B. And the variable, it consists of bit numbers, 2-bit number, 1-bit number or 3-bit number up to n-bit number. The comparison is possible only between two variables A and B. And each individual variable, it consists of n-bit numbers. Suppose the variable A, it consists of 1 bit. Similarly, B also, it consists of 1 bit. The possibility of the type of comparator, it is called as 1-bit comparator. Suppose the variables, it consists of 2 bits, the type of comparator is called as 2-bit comparator. Suppose the variables A and B, it consists of 3 bits, the type of comparator is called as 3-bit comparator. Now I am going to explain 4-bit comparator. 4-bit comparator has the two input variables consists of A and B. Each variable, it consists of 4 bits, starts from A0 to A7. Similarly, the second variable B, it consists of the same bits B0 to B3. So at the 4-bit variable, 4-bit numbers, each variable consists of 4 bits A0 to A3 and B0 to B3. So at the comparator, the 4-bit comparator, it consists of bits of 4 bits. The possibility of comparison is A and B. Each variable consists of 4 bits. The possibility of comparison, that means the output, it comes under either A greater than B or A less than B, or one more possibility, A equal to B. And the three outputs are there. So A greater than B, A less than B and A equal to B. So at the 4-bit comparator, it can be designed with the help of IC 7485 op amp, 741 op amp. Okay. So it consists of cascading inputs. And the cascading inputs, it can be decides the previous comparator. So generally cascading inputs are used for, we are designing 8-bit comparator using two 4-bit comparators or 16-bit comparator. In that case, we are using cascading inputs. So coming to truth table, the comparison is possible between A and B. For example, you have to consider the bits A3 and B3. A3 is logic 1, B3 is logic 0. So then the comparison is possible between higher most significant bits. And the A3 and B3 are MSB bits, most significant bits. A0 and B0 are the LSB bits, that means least significant bits. The comparator always compares between most significant bits. So the first comparison starts with A3 and B3. Suppose A3 is 1, B3 is 0. And the A3 is 1, B3 is 0. Then automatically there is no need of comparison between another bits. That means A2. There is no comparison between A2 and B2. That means A2, B2 are represented as don't cares. There is no comparison of, no need of comparison between A1 and B1. So A1 and B1 also represented as don't cares. There is no need of comparison between A0 and B0. A0, B0 also considered as the don't cares. So here the first of all the comparator always check the comparison between most significant bits. And the comparison between most significant bits A3 and B3. Suppose it can be decides A3 is 1, B3 is 0. That is A greater than B. It gives the output A greater than B is 1, A less than B is 0, A equal to B is 0. So the MSB bit decides the output. MSB bit the A greater than B is 1, direct output A greater than B is 1. MSB bit A less than B is 1, direct output A less than B is 1. So that means always it will be checks the MSB bit. Suppose that MSB bit decides the output either greater or lesser, there is no need of comparison of another bits like A2, B2, A1, B1, A0, B0 like that. For example, at the A0 and B1. Next case we consider as A0 and B1. At the MSB bits decides A, that means A3 0, B3 is 1. At the A3, B3, at the MSB bit it can be decides A less than B. At the MSB bit it decides A less than B. Direct output A less than B is 1. The remaining are zeros. There is no need of comparison between A2, B2, A1, B1 and A0, B0. So the next possibility at the A greater than B, direct output A greater than B1. A less than B, direct output A less than B1. The next possibility is A equal to B. When the A equal to B, that means A3 is 1, A3 bit is 1, B3 is also 1. Both the bits are equal, MSB bits are equal. A3 is 1, B3 is 1. The next comparison go through for second bit, that is A2 and B2. At the comparison checks A2, B2. So suppose A2 is greater than B2, A2 is greater than B2, then direct output A greater than B is 1. A2 is less than B2, then direct output A less than B is 1. A2 equal to B. So next just you have to observe A3 equal to B3 and A2 equal to B2. The next comparison is possible for next bit, that is A1 and B1. Up to that these are all the products. So comes to A1 and B1. Suppose here A1 which is greater than B1, it gives the direct output A greater than B is 1. A1 which is less than B1, similar direct output it gives A less than B is 1. So here also A1 equal to B1, A1 equal to B1, then it takes the A0 and B1. A0 and B1. Now the output decides the least significant bit A0 and B0. So we are concentrating on whether the MSB bit decides the output greater than or less than. MSB bit greater than direct output it gives the greater. MSB bit, the comparison of two variables, MSB bits decide the lesser value, it gives the output less than is higher. When we compare all bits in the sense, every MSB bit, first MSB bit, comparison A equal to B, next go through for comparison next MSB bit, go through comparison of next MSB bit. Like that we compare all bits, the possibility is only A3 equal to B3 and similarly A2 equal to B2, next A1 equal to B1, then A0 equal to B0, then only A equal to B is 1. The remaining all cases, every time MSB bits decides that whether the number is greater or lesser. So that's easy way of 4-bit comparator. So the 4-bit comparator, it can be mostly used for it constructed with a high number of bits, that is 8-bit comparator, 12-bit comparator, 16-bit comparator, because at the 4-bit comparator each variable it consists of 4 bits. So we are considering as the two variables A and B. So 4 bits of 4 bits. That means 2 power 8 combinations are occur. Suppose we are consider 8-bit comparator, A it consists of 8-bit, B it consists of 8-bit. So the possibility of combinations are 2 power 16. So in that case, 2 power 16 combinations, each bit comparison is somewhat difficult. That's why we go through for 4-bit comparator. Every time, any bit of comparator, just simply we are constructed with 4-bit comparator. So we are just checking the MSB bit, higher order bit. We can decide the output whether it is A greater than B or less than B, or all bits are equal, then only A equal to